Thanks for having us, Tina Brigley, a personal development coach. Here today we have Martin Fox, the paranormal investigator for mysterious activities in your home. Can you explain some of the events or situations outside the scope of modern scientific reasoning?
Thanks for having me. And I think one of the first things, I bought this house a year and a half ago, and when I first walked in, I felt like a heaviness almost. And I didn't think anything of it really, but my daughter, who was 11, turning 12 at the time, she walked in, she's like, "Whoa, Mom, there's some bad energy in here." And so we saged the house and we cleansed it, and then there was nothing for a very long time. And then downstairs in my office, I have this plaque, and it says, "Life is like a camera, capture the moment," something like that. So it had fallen over and turned 180 degrees. So when I went to go lift it up, it was upside down. Like, that is not possible. It would fall over, but it wouldn't fall over and turn, or it wouldn't turn. And so I was like, okay, that's really interesting. And then I have another little inspirational plaque in my basement, and it says, not everyone who's lost wanders," or something like that. Same thing. It was tipped over, turned, and I thought, "Girls, are you messing around with the stuff downstairs?" They're like, "No, why would we do that?" And then February, Valentine's Day, I bought my daughter's balloons and cinnamon hearts and stuff. And a week after, I found my daughter's balloon in the kitchen. So it was still full of helium, which you would think it would rise, but it wasn't. It was on the ground, and there was one little cinnamon heart right next to the balloon. And I thought, okay, that's strange. But then a week later, I found a cinnamon heart in the fridge. And then I found one in the downstairs laundry room. I thought, that's really strange. Again, didn't think much of it. I have a tea jar over there. I started collecting all the dimes that I found in my house. I have 5 in there. Because I was like, another dime? Where did this dime come from? And then just most recently, I was waiting for a client on a Zoom call, and I had my computer on and closed captioning was on. I was alone in the house, and when I went and got a coffee, I sat down, and the closed captioning was listening to something, and it said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, sorry, sorry, thank you." That is so strange. Like, there's nobody in here. Turn off the closed captioning. Another time, I think it was a couple days later, same thing on my computer, another message. And then the strangest one is my daughter was leaving the house. My computer was shut down. She's leaving the house, and she said, "Oh, ever since Grandma's not here yet." I'm like, "Okay, well, hurry up. I have a client. I gotta get on my computer." So she walks out. I turn on my computer, turn on Zoom, and the message, closed captioning, says, "No, but I am here." So I'm like, okay, shut down my computer. I'm like, if whoever you are, I don't want you to come back. Please leave me alone. But I had another incident where I was on a great big group call, and everybody could hear feedback, and they asked me, "Is somebody in the house with you?" And I said, "No." And they're like, "Okay, shut down your computer. We're getting a lot of feedback." So I came back on, I went to tech support, and they said, "Tina, who is Polly? All we hear is Polly, 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 Polly." And I had a friend who passed away a few years ago. His name was Polly. So
that's just too weird right there.
Yeah, and my hair on my arm stood up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was just like little things like that, and yeah, like, I don't feel scared. I don't feel like it's mean or malicious if there is somebody here. But even recently, like, my lights will flicker all the time. They'll go on and off. My lights, my microwave, the time will always be flashing in the morning. Like, the power goes out. Last week, I have a ceiling fan and I have a fan in my room, so there's some background noise. Well, it was so quiet that it woke me up, and I looked at the time and it was 3:33. So, just, yeah, weird things. I don't know what else to say about that.
You can document that stuff, like from the township, did they turn the lights off or the power in your district and stuff like that? And if they did, and it's only your house, well,
Yeah.
more evidence. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Martin, what kind of apparatus are you using to detect these apparitions or paranormal investigations?
EVP, that's your recorder. We'll use that to try and get some message. This is a REM pod, which only activates if it's touched by a person or a spirit. Nothing else would set it off. Like, just to show you, when I put it on, there, see? It goes off only if something comes close to the antenna or the battery. So, if there's a spirit here, that will pick it up.
So, are we gonna walk around the premises and or the house?
Well, I can just leave it in a stationary area while we're talking. If we think something's here, we'll just get a yes and no answer from the box.
And you also have an app.
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
I got a
phone?
couple apps on my phone that will discover an entity. If it's in the room, you can't see it. Even sometimes our cameras won't see it, but SLS, that's what the pros use. Anything that resembles a human being, even if we can't see it, this thing will see it on my app on my phone, and it maps it out as a stick figure. If it's dancing, you'll see it dance. If it's just sitting there, you'll see it. And I have another one that allows spirits to communicate. It's like a word bank of thousands of words. And when it's on, you can ask the spirit to leave messages. What would you like us to know? And the word will come through, and you can probably hear the voice sometimes. It's that sensitive. Yeah, it's creepy, that one. I'm not used to that app yet.
Have you had any experiences yourself?
Do I have to answer that? Yeah, yeah, I do.
Explain some.
Well, in my home, we had a dead loved one. It was my better half's son that died. And he was a reporter, by the way, for the news. He had his own channel, and he was the first one that was on the German wall when they were knocking it down, and But something terrible happened to him, and he died. So I use this to communicate, because she likes me to do it, talk to her son once in a while. We do get some words, like, I love you, Mom. Why would that come through unless it was her son? And then we asked his name, and it would come through. Are you okay? And it says, yes, I'm okay. Heavenly, stuff like that. So the app does work. It's not one of the better ones where you pay for it. It's free, but it still works. And I'll use that, just go room to room and see if we can pick up stuff, and this here, and that especially. That's the one I'm like to catch something on there. Somebody saying, hello, it's me, or says your name or something on there, and we play it back and we hear that. That's evidence right there. So, but I'm not getting the feeling of anything creepy or evil in this house. So what I'm thinking is it's probably somebody that knows you, a relative or a loved one or somebody like that, even your friend, like you said. It could be that. Mm-hmm. And they have nothing better to do than just see people.
So nobody was passed away in this house before you bought this house?
They wouldn't tell you that, would they, when you bought the house?
Well, I actually know the person who lived here before me.
Okay, so.
And her uncle passed away a couple years ago. And he didn't pass away here,
it doesn't matter. Okay.
but his name was also Paul.
So they can visit this house thinking, because they're in this other realm, they see the house as it was when they died, and if they're visiting, they're just, who's this in my house? Or that's my daughter's house or whatever. And sometimes they get mad, because they don't know you. But you're already probably introduced to who this is. You probably got a good idea who he is.
I mean, if it is the other Paul, I knew him as well because
they're not out to hurt you. Never did in life. Right?
Yeah.
No. They're just. Did you ever say to them when they were alive? Well, I hope when you pass on, you can come and say hi to me.
Yeah.
I did that. My friend just died about 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
Of leukemia, and we always have this thing that if he can come back, he will. And I've been on my box, my spirit box and stuff, trying to get him all ready, but he's not there yet. I think he's learning yet.
Yeah.
There's a learning process. You just don't just come back.
Yeah.
Unless you're allowed to, and I don't know if he's allowed to. So.
I don't know.
Yeah, so.
So can you explain some of the incidents that happened in this house, such as the balloon incident, and the cinnamon hearts, how they're arranged in different locations, and they're nowhere to be found in the house, and now they're appearing.
You know, I can explain. Helium, I had a balloon that I got. It was for Valentine's Day, a big heart for her. And that sat up there for over 2 months before it started deflating. If that was a full, one of them metal-looking balloons, yeah, they don't run down, so it shouldn't have been on the floor. Even if it had a leak, it would have, you know, there's no way it would have been still inflated. You would have felt it and it's all squishy.
No, because I picked it up and put it back in my daughter's room, and it flew up to
Yeah,
the
see,
ceiling.
that's what I'm saying. There's something paranormal there, because that's not, nothing could hold down a helium balloon except some kind of energy, which is magnetic or static or whatever happened. It was on the floor. Should never have been on the floor. And then the dimes you're talking about happens in my place all the time. When you said dimes, I knew what you're talking about. They're usually messages from the great beyond. They're trying to tell you something by leaving a dime there. But you don't know what it is until you get deeper into it. You know, ask questions. Why are you leaving me dimes all over my house? Well, it's just to get your attention, first of all. Once you understand it's a message, well, then you can go after the answer, you know.
Do you believe they can come to you in your dreams?
They do. 100%, that's the best way they can talk to you. Unsolved matters, things they want to be sorry for, they can do that. My dad did in my dream. I'll tell you a little story. When he died, I never cried. He said, "Be a man, don't cry at my funeral." I really didn't cry, but about 2 months later, I'm having these dreams of my dad in our old living room, in our old house, and he's in a cage, and his casket's out there, and he's in the casket looking at me saying, "Hey son, how you doing?" But I couldn't get to him, you know what I mean? That's the significance of the cage. And then I said, "What are you doing? In a casket? In a cage?" He says, "Well, I'm here to make up for things I didn't do in my life with you. I'm sorry." And he went on. Then before you know it, I'm in a big spooky graveyard, and he's laying in his casket now in a grave. And he gets up, walks around, and says, "Follow me." And I was in his truck. He was a truck driver. And we're driving to this motel, and this motel, there was people there, and he wanted me to meet them all. And said, "These are my friends." So he's giving me a vision of who his friends are. He's sorry. And as a truck driver, he took me on my final trip, or his final trip, to say goodbye. After that, no more dreams. Never dream about my dad again. It's just, they do, yeah, I can say for sure.
Yeah.
Now, Tina, do you have any recurring dreams that you can recollect?
Yeah, like I had, lots of recurring dreams, but I had this one dream after my dad passed away. And he was young, and he was vibrant, and he was packing a suitcase really, really quickly. I'm like, "Dad, you just died." He's like, "No, I'm alive." He's like, "I'm going to Mexico." He's like, "I haven't been out of the country."
Yeah.
"You're going to Mexico." "Yep, I'm going to Mexico. I just came back to tell you I'm okay."
He can do and go wherever he wants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we always joked about that in life, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I never went on vacation. He died when he was 65. Never left the country. Never went on vacation.
65.
Yeah.
I go 65 next year, so.
And then I had another dream. My friend Polly, he came to me. We were sitting at, it looked like McDonald's. You know those old-fashioned tables with the swivel chairs?
Like the 50s.
Yeah, so we're sitting in one of those chairs, and he was sitting across from me, and he said, "I don't have a lot of time. I just need you to pay attention to the numbers." I'm like, "What numbers?" He's like, "I can't tell you. You just need to pay attention to the numbers."
Any numbers.
And I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. And so I don't even know the distance between that dream and another dream, but I had another dream, and he came back, and he gave me numbers, and I remember seeing them in, I was a teacher at the time, one of my students' agendas. And he's like, "Here are the numbers." And I looked at it, and it was like, whatever. But I had it so early in the morning that I woke up and I wrote the numbers down. And at the time I was dating somebody, and I said, "You need to go buy a lottery ticket. This is 6 numbers. Go buy a lottery ticket."
Yeah.
So he comes back, I'm like, "Did you get my ticket?" And he's like, "No." I said, "What? Why did you get the ticket?" He said, "Look at the ticket, or the numbers that were drawn yesterday. 5 out of the 6 numbers were called." So I'm like, okay, so it had already passed, but he came to me to pay attention to the numbers. I think, I'm making...
Do you still play them?
I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't waste my money, but maybe it was like, hey, this is like, I'm really here. Like, I'm really trying to communicate with you. But I was so like closed off, not really believing that.
Sometimes reoccurring numbers mean something in your life, you know. Like people's had these precognitions of number 7, flight number 7. They kept on getting that in a dream, and they went to get on the plane and said, oh, I'm not getting on that plane, and that plane went down and killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way numbers work in that way. They might be trying to communicate with you about numbers like an age or a year. Something's going to happen, good or bad, you don't know. But if you get a creepy feeling, it's most likely bad.
Yeah,
They don't give you
it
something
wasn't
good.
just pay attention. I was like, the anniversary of his death, and we had another friend, Jim, that passed away, and I'm like, is there a coincidence? What's going on? But I couldn't ever see anything, but.
Yeah.
For the numbers, you're saying that something represents a date? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I was trying to
Something.
figure it out. Like, what was he trying to tell me? Like, what am I supposed to pay attention to? What am I supposed to? But nothing came. So.
Well, it's
But
like, you know,
until
you're
the-
thinking in some of these numbers, oh, you pass by this restaurant and you see number 7. Okay, you drive down the street and you see 7 people on the corner. And you've actually counted this stuff. That's 7 and 7. You know, if you got another set, that would be like God's number. But I'm just saying, if you see too many numbers the same in one day, I'd write them down and go play a lottery with it myself. Yeah. Or
Like
think
I've seen
about
the number 1111
11:11.
in the morning
Yeah.
and at night, and that represents something. There's angels following you.
I heard that if you see 1111, pay attention to what you were thinking right before
Yeah.
you saw the 1111, because
Yeah.
that will manifest good or bad.
Oh,
That's what it meant.
We can manifest.
that's the
stuff
power of
ourselves,
belief,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The power of
Faith or
your mind
belief or
will,
whatever.
whatever your mind
Yeah.
believes it will achieve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So anytime I notice it, I'm like, what was I just thinking? Oh, I was thinking I was going to make a great dinner. Okay, good. I'm going to make a great dinner.
so you ate at McDonald's.
And how about the part where you're just sitting in here, you got your radio blaring and you're cooking something, and suddenly you're thinking of a song and it comes on the radio like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're all in tune. They can read your minds no matter where they are, and we're all connected into the great beyond. So that's how it works.
Don't you think that's coincidence?
No, there's no coincidence. There is, and sometimes when somebody dies and it wasn't planned, they have to come back, kind of thing. But there's no coincidence. It's all planned. Everything is planned from the beginning. If you believe in God or a great master, it's all planned. But if we go against that, it never works out for us.
Well,
Really.
it's funny we're having this conversation because in university I did my honors thesis, and my topic was an attribution theory analysis of believers and non-believers in the paranormal.
Right.
And I was trying to look at internal and external locus of control. Like, is it a coincidence or is it not a coincidence? And I was trying to prove that people who believe in this stuff will find a coincidence in a situation or a non-coincidence, and people that are strong non-believers, but I actually didn't prove that at all when it came to certain things. So
How do you prove that anyways? Really, there is none.
yeah. Well, it was just like, how do they attribute, like, you know, if you have a dream that your friend dies and the next day your friend dies.
Well, that's like, that's a gift. That's all
Yeah,
I can
is
call
it,
that.
if you believe in that, do you say, oh, it was a premonition or whatever,
Yeah.
or people that don't believe, they're like, it's a coincidence. So I was trying to see, is there a difference? But when things like that happen that are so strong, they're like, no, it's gotta be, unless,
And you can take polls on that, you'll see mostly it's not a coincidence.
I did 1,000.
Yeah. 1,000 people said, yeah, it happened when I dreamt about it, yeah.
So can we do a demonstration of these things through the house? Would
Well-
you allow us to do that?
Well,
Tina?
yeah, you have to take a camera. One's gonna be filming. You wanna be the filmer?
I'll be the filmer and then you
Okay.
just guide
So-
him through.
We can do an answer thing right now with this one.
All right,
that
let's
right
try
there on
that.
the
Yeah, like,
table.
I don't know if I want, like, to go through my whole house
I
either.
don't know, well, certain,
Oh,
you
okay.
find like in
Yeah.
your
Yeah, like maybe in the
in the
basement.
basement.
Yeah, they'll come
Things
wherever
where
we
you-
are. if
You
we
find
ask
the
them if they're
operation
here,
or
but if they're not.
where they found the heart, cinnamon hearts.
Mm-hmm.
That's where probably the location, just target areas.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll put this on and I'll let you do some questions, like yes or no questions. If you're here, who are you? If you're a person that I know, please touch the antenna or whatever.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
so we can try that.
okay.
As long as it's, I get it set up properly. Okay. So you can talk, and if there's somebody here you wish to talk to, we can do an answer yes and no. So touch if they touch it and it goes off for yes, that means you're here.
Okay.
If it doesn't do nothing, don't worry about it. Sometimes you don't get nothing.
Yeah.
It's like you're on vacation, remember?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay.
So yes or no questions only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things you want to know.
Yeah.
What's here?
So I guess I just want to ask, Paul, is it you that came through my computer?
You can touch that device if you're here right now. It'll let us know you're here. Sometimes it takes a while before they even interact. So nothing so far. I might just leave it on while we're filming the rest of it.
Okay, can you show us the apparatus of the app on your phone?
Yeah, sure. Almost. Did I shut my? No, there we go. Okay. Have my phone off a little bit. Yeah, we use the SLS, which maps human forms or entities. And maybe I'll give you a demonstrate. How can I do that on the camera? Just I'll walk up and show the screen while I'm looking at you guys, and it's going to map it and show it on there. What's going on here? Come on.
So this has worked for you before? In your house?
It'll give messages. They'll tape their voice on there. Actually, their voice or something like that. Okay, let's just find one of the apps. Wow, what's going on? Okay, SLS camera. I'll give you a demonstration of it. Okay, I gotta go up to the camera. Okay. When I look at these people here, you'll see that she's mapped out as a stick figure, and so is he. See? Now, if I was to turn it over here, where there's no entities, no people, nothing. Same on the other side.
Can you scan the room?
Yeah, I can. If I seen somebody sitting on your sofa, that would be amazing. So I just see you guys. You're mapped out as little stick figures, half people. So that's how that works. SLS camera. The pros use them on all the ghost shows that you watch, paranormal shows. So, am I seeing it? Yep. That's good. Okay. Now.
Can we have that one earlier you showed us with all the noises?
Oh, that one, I have to open that one up. If I can get that one. Oh. The one where we can talk and see what comes through. What happened there? Yeah, I got some kind of weird thing. Yeah, I shouldn't be getting mail. I'll probably look at it later and find out somebody is here just on my mail. Anyways, okay. I have a EVP. It's like this but different. When I turn that on, if it works. Come on. What this does, it measures, it's a magnetometer. So spirits usually are like in a magnet form too, magnetic form. So if it was here, and I'm laying it on the table right now, and I say, can you touch that device? If they were to touch that right now, it would either go halfway or all in the regular, beep, 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 to let me know they're here. See, mean nothing. If you have a magnet, I could show you how this works. Like, you got a kitchen magnet or something?
No.
Well, if we had a magnet, I'd just place it near the phone, you'd see it go off the scale. Crazy. This is still on.
How about the one, all the noises you showed us earlier?
This one. This is Ghost Radio. It's a free app you can get on your Android phone. And when I turn this on, you'll probably hear some voices coming through. I'll put it on reverse. You want to listen to it. Sometimes they come in different languages too. If you don't, if you were French, it might talk to French to you. Yep. If you hear something, let me know.
It's almost like it catches radio frequencies.
Well, words right off the stations. It goes through thousands of radio scan.
CD or
Oh, it's talking about a storm here. What was his name, Paul?
Mhm.
Paul, if you're here, can you leave us a message? Can you talk through this device? Can you be more clear? Here's. Are you here? It says Hun. It said Hun. See, you take. I must. So see. You write these down, or if you hear them, if you can remember, I have a word bank. It should put them in here so I know what he said too. Did you hear that?
Mm.
Talk with.
Medium.
Yeah.
Medium.
Medium. Yes, we're mediums. Hello, how are you? Would you like to speak? It's important. Okay, write that down. Important. Today. Who are we speaking to? Oh, I'm kidding. That's off the hook with me when it comes to the goosebumps. I've heard it so much that I know somebody's trying to get through. What's your name? Can you mention your name? Dolly.
ask him again.
Can you say what you just said again, please?
Felix?
No.
George. I heard George.
That's what, I'm gonna have to slow it down a little bit. It's going so fast it's even hard for me to understand sometimes. Do you have a message for us? You gotta, sometimes you really have to listen to what
Ask
it
it
is.
twice.
What are you trying to tell us? You have a message for us?
Trigger.
Trigger. And it sounds like beard, but what would they say that? Weird or beard? You have. What do we have? What do we have? Let's say eyes. See, the thing is, if there wasn't any spirits, usually this thing won't be talking. It won't say nothing, but you hear that static going on, that's all you hear. But like I said, entities are coming and going from everywhere. They come through here, they don't even stop, they just do their business. But if you ask it and you're getting answers, that means most likely somebody's trying to get hold of us. Can you let us know why you're here? Are you a relative? Combined. So maybe, are you a bunch of friends, a bunch of relatives? Or spirits that want to think, whoops, I think I can do that. Specifically, can you give us a message for
Tina.
Tina?
Can I hold it?
Hmm?
Can I hold it?
Yeah, you can. You don't have to speak directly at it, just
Okay.
speak into the...
Yeah. Do you have a message for me?
That's it.
Say that again.
Something busted, that's what it sounds like. I don't know. Ask any question you want. We're gonna answer them.
Places.
Places?
What places?
Discriminate?
Father.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Why did it shut down?
Yeah.
Because
What the heck?
Yeah, I have a weird thing with
There we go. I had you push it. So you got father and you got discriminate. Yeah. So as a teacher, I don't even know, what's discriminate mean as a meaningless word?
Were you trying to communicate to me through my computer?
Is it loud enough? Oh, let me put the volume up so you can hear it.
What did you say? Are you trying to tell me something? Remember who?
That's good. He
Remember?
wants you to remember something.
I heard Tina.
Yep.
Say that again. Me?
Me. Remember him. That's good. I'm feeling it.
I'm you.
Who's there? Ask it.
Remember, even if it comes out as a female, don't mean it's a female. Because they're using words out of radio stations to connect. I don't know how to do that, but it's hard.
Can we make that thing, the REM pod, can this thing go off? Can you ask them to make the REM pod
Well,
go
we're
off?
waiting for somebody to touch this to come and do that.
Well, can we tell this,
Well, I already did. If it's here, I asked it to touch this REM pod.
Does it? Why does it keep shutting?
Oh,
off?
it's because of this.
it's a time delay.
Yeah. If you just push the side button, then it's done. I spent over 5 hours one night just by myself in the dark with this thing. And I asked about my father, my grandmother. Keep asking questions.
Are you in my house? Were you at Vicky's house Thanksgiving?
Just push the little button on the side there, the little one. Little one, yeah. I should have hooked that up to the Bluetooth speaker on that.
Are you happy? Soon.
That's significant, see? I'm getting... Oh, that's a big whole sentence. Did you even hear?
You left it?
A lot of times there might be 3 or 4 entities at the same time trying to talk to you. So that really gets messed up because you have to write your stuff down and then you go back to all the words and maybe you'll find out what you're saying. But I think you got a couple of good answers and it shouldn't have happened like that, but it did. So there's some evidence in there.
Is this Paul? Prepare you. Prepare you. Prepare for what? Is there another message for me? Patience.
Yeah, patience, yeah, that's a good one.
Breathing.
Or believing, that's what I think,
Believing?
That's what I think, believing.
Do they usually come through like this?
Not that much, no. Sometimes I might wait 5 minutes for one word. This thing's going off like crazy. So there must be a lot of people that are interested in it. Or this area here must have been something before these houses were. Obviously, they like you. They haven't said one harmful word yet. They then swear at you. They do that too. Oh, believe me.
Paul, is that you?
Did I just hear yes? I did.
Paul, is that you? Paul, respond. Is that you? Paul, give us a number.
Paul, can you give me a number?
Okay, see these buttons that one says forward and one says reverse? Put it on forward. Yeah, that sounds like that. Sexy. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
Sexton or
Saxon or section?
something?
Sexton. Ooh, that's got to do like what sailors use when they're
So
sailing.
what do you want me to touch?
One says forward and reverse. The button that says, yeah,
Reverse?
yeah. Put it on forward.
Something correct. Message to all.
Wow, these things, you just got it.
Powerful.
Bring my big speaker next
A
time.
message to all.
Message to all.
And then I heard powerful.
Don't forget, we're living in an era where technology's off the scope. So he might
Hey
be
Paul,
just
what
trying
is
to
your
tell you
message
something.
to all?
He might just, yeah. Playing something.
Paul, what is your message to all?
Something right.
Repeat that, Paul. Lord?
Anything you hear is more significant than what I hear. Because you ask the question. If you hear it like that, it just might be that word that makes sense to you. Something literal. So,
Hey, Paul, if this is you, can you touch the machine? This room, extra.
yeah, I heard
Yes,
room. Something.
this room.
Kitchen. Can you touch this box? It'll do that if you do. We'll be amazed. We'll be happy.
Can you touch the box?
How long ago did he pass?
Oh, 3 years ago.
Sometimes they don't even know where they are, or they can't develop their skills. What was that, something choppy?
You can't go. I thought I heard food.
Oh. Denali.
That was it.
What was that? It was like Italian, huh? Me. Me, against me.
You know, me.
Remember, they only go one word. They don't usually do full sentence. If you hear a full sentence, try to remember that. That's hard.
Paul, do you have a message for Natalie? Do you have a message for Natalie? Kitchen.
Yeah, that's right. We're kitchen.
Are you in the kitchen?
Wow. Two people at once. That's when you blend together.
Ask doctor.
Yeah.
Ask doctor.
Face.
You say?
You say or face? I heard face usually. Face.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. That's, so somebody over there thinking it's boring, this conversation.
Whatever.
Oh, they can be jokesters or bad people too. They can swear at you.
So far, I got message to all, powerful. I must be a medium, important, believe me. Room, extra.
Hey, remember I said you have some kind of gift? Maybe this is what it's all about, to develop your skill, a medium skill. Because you feel things and, you know.
Do you think I have a gift?
What do we need to ask the doctor?
Normal, something.
Severely normal.
That or Chevrolet normal, that's what I heard something about. I heard the normal part. Normal.
Can you give the winning lotteries?
No, we don't joke like that. No. Then they'll think we're joking. It's all about respect. If you
What do you
don't-
say?
I missed that one. Can you say that again?
Can you repeat yourself?
Moral? Moral. Is it moral? That's what I heard.
Can you repeat that again?
I'm pretty sure that's what. Is it
Is it
normal or
moral?
is it moral?
Normal or moral?
Yeah. That's a question to you. Because you asked, you wanted to know if you have this gift, is it moral to use that gift? And if you're a Christian,
Issue.
Issue.
oh, an issue. There we go. That was. What is the issue? Oh, here, it's like a Christian.
Can you repeat the issue?
Concentrate. It shows it crazy, like literally.
Bring me or
Yeah, bring me. Oh, hear
Heard
about the news?
Wow, that's good.
So that means I'd be watching the TV for something. That's what I would be doing if I could. What about the news or something? They want you to see something on the news that's.
I don't
Got
even
some
have
meaning to
TV.
Hmm?
I don't even have regular TV. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, you
Tina is the news.
yeah.
Is TV?
Get it done?
Yeah. Oh my God, this is off the hook. I can definitely say, 100%, you got somebody that's trying to teach you something. This is a teacher or something. I don't know, but
Tell us some news.
They don't even care about the news, but it's something that she needs to do. They're helping her, and she's now knowing that they're here. She can, get this app and start talking to them, and then maybe getting taught something. This is what I'm getting out of it right now. There's somebody here that wants to teach you. You were a teacher, you said, right?
Yeah,
What grade was it?
special ed.
So,
Do you have a message for me?
did you hear that? Right after?
I know what it said.
So right after she says something, it says something back to her in response.
Do you have a message for me?
This message, did you hear that?
I thought it said dismisses.
Something like that.
This message, you could have been right to
Change notes.
Change notes. After you change something in the line, something doing. Change what we're writing about. Something. See, this is how it works. You gotta put the words
Circle.
together. Circle.
Lines.
After again.
Like I'm going next week because I had skin cancer and they're seeing if it's all gone, but I've had it 3 times.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe that's why
Yeah.
that's coming up.
Could be. Yeah, my wife, she's was in remission for a long time. She still hadn't had. She had breast cancer, the top half of her breast, face cancer. They had to take bone from her head and took stuff this way. So she's a survivor, and they don't know how. But she's a happy person. Stay happy all the time.
All right, do you want to walk around some of the targeted areas? Want to try that?
We can take the road.
We'll take all these.
Where do you get the most vibes, would you say, if you...
Here.
Right here, so...
Yeah.
We'll leave that. If it goes off, you'll hear it through the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
we're just going to follow you. We'll turn that on.
We should do it, little question answer thing right here. Just, they're picking up from here, so...
I should have turned that on and copied everything.
No, we got it on camera anyway, so...
No, but it's hard to hear on cameras what it's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only write down the significant answers anyways, so...
Are we on the right track with your message? The one's cut off.
Powerful, man. I don't even get that kind of...
The one about the doctor? Tina, look.
Look! Oh! That's it. That's it. You know now
Look.
that somebody's
Oh.
with you.
Tina,
Now-
look for what?
Did you ever
What's Tina have to look for?
Go to the doctor or something. Maybe they're preparing you for something.
What did he say?
Lower. Different.
Different.
That's different.
Different play.
Remember, this is not like the other thing that picks words. This, they're picking words from the radio frequencies, from the announcers and stuff.
They said your name.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Tina,
yeah.
My hair went up.
look. Me too.
Yeah, that's like saying my name.
Has that ever happened to you where they said your name?
Yes, yes, at home they do that, but I think that's what son talking to me, cause, yeah, we have like a relationship kind of thing.
Can you send a message to Tina?
It'll pop in your head, just every day something will pop in your head, you don't know why.
I hear that.
See, they hear it, that's important. Okay, good.
Okay, you hear that. Okay, what's your message for me? I'm listening.
Only if they're ready, they'll give you that message. That's how it works. Radio program. So something might come over the radio, and they want you to listen for it. Yeah, I get that too. Music, little spurts and that just proves it's radio station is going on. Half the message. So you're only getting half the message now.
Not bad.
Not bad. Ah, thank you. That's what. I understand, I feel things, I think I understand what's going on now. Somebody is teaching you something. Somebody wants you to know something.
What do you want me to know?
And again,
Things in the past. Things in the past.
Are you not dealing with something from the past? Hurtfulness, relationships.
What do I need to know about the things from the past?
something 9. 619? Something 9?
So subjective, eh? Because like you could hear one thing and you could hear something else.
Well, what you hear is most important, not me. That's what I'm trying to say. You're asking the questions and they're answering to you, not to me or him.
What's the message you want to tell me?
It was full.
It was full.
There was more to it. It was like almost a sentence
two
between
people.
2 people. That's what cut the other message off. Can you relay that message again for her? Got cut off by. See, you're answering me. Never had that. Ladders. That's what. Ladders or ladders. That's what I hear.
Ladders.
Ladders is like that's significant to heaven. Ladders. Was that for me, maybe? On the Latter-day Saint?
What do I need to know today?
In the other realms, they're so busy. Just for them to sit here and do what you just did is amazing. That means there's more than one person. See? I heard yes there is. When I said there was more, yes there is. How many entities or passed on people are sitting at this table right now or standing near us?
Be careful.
Why do I have to be careful? I'm not answering anything that you shouldn't answer. I heard your name again. Tina, something, kill it?
No.
Like that. No, Tina, that's what I heard.
Some,
Grab a Coke.
That's what it sounded like. Grab a Coke.
I am.
what else do you want to say to me? We're going to move on soon.
Yeah, well, end the session. Ask your father. See if he's there. Maybe he can answer.
Is this you, Dad?
Okay, let's move on. We'll move on to
Because you'd be there for hours
Hours,
once you get into this,
absolutely.
and especially when they make sense, the words, and they're building like
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming too. It's expected.
It's
Thank you. Yeah, I know it's expected when we do this. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We're gonna end the session now. Sure, Bob. That's what I said. Sure, Bob. It's like, what do you call it? Sarcastic. They can be sarcastic, and the other like to do that.
Okay, we're going to sign off now.
Goodbye. Now we say goodbye.
Goodbye.